let's talk about the iPhone 17 because apparently Apple is done pretending we live in a logical universe. No, this isn't a drill. The leaks are in. They're wild. They're unhinged. They're basically what would happen if Apple, Burning Man, and a Pinterest color board had a baby in a titanium cradle. So welcome to the only tech channel where we don't pretend to care about subtle improvements, and we absolutely roast billion-dollar design teams who think copper is a personality. I'm your host, the voice in your head telling you to not drop another $1,400 just because your current phone can't do cinematic selfies of your cat. And before we deep dive into this copper-coated chaos, let me sweeten the pot. If this channel hits 10,000 subscribers by the time the iPhone 17 drops, I'm giving away a Sotsu FlipAction GO portable monitor to the most dangerously funny commenter below. Make it savage, make it Western, no cringe allowed. Let's kick this clown fiesta off with the dumbest and somehow most exciting Bayard leak of all, a new copper-colored iPhone 17 Pro. That's right, folks. Apple finally discovered the color wheel and picked bronzed orange metallic depression as their 2025 headliner. But it's not just orange. No. Apple marketing is here to slap your vocabulary with a copper finish because calling it shiny burnt sienna just didn't scream $1,399. This isn't innovation, it's rebranding rust. And I get it, some people are foaming at the mouth for this. Leakers are saying this color was actually supposed to launch back in the iPhone 14 Pro era, but Apple just yeeted it into the void. Now it's back, and we're all supposed to pretend like it wasn't an afterthought aging in Tim Cook's iCloud notes. Don't get me wrong, it looks stunning in renders. You know, the digital fantasy where every phone has zero fingerprints, no dust, and lighting that costs $40,000. But in real life, that copper is going to scuff faster than your hopes after installing iOS 26 beta. You know what's more reflective than an iPhone screen? Your regret after realizing you dropped $200 on a MagSafe wallet that holds 2 cards and no personality. But wait, Apple might finally be listening. Allegedly, the iPhone 17 Pro will feature a scratch-resistant anti-reflective display. Groundbreaking. Never been done before, except it has, by Samsung, for years. Meanwhile, Apple treated your eyeballs like disco balls for 6 straight iPhone generations. Now, apparently they have enough supply to roll this out across the 17 Pro models. Translation, Tim Cook blinked in the direction of a factory in South Korea, and boom, anti-reflective glass is now a pro feature. Finally, you might be able to scroll Twitter outdoors without also checking if you've got food in your teeth. Let's talk charging speeds. Currently, if you want to wirelessly charge your iPhone, you either need the patience of a monk or a power bank the size of a dinner plate. But hallelujah, it seems Apple is upgrading their MagSafe to support 25 watts wireless charging with third-party chargers, which means you no longer have to drop $50 on Apple's slow, overpriced hockey puck that charges your phone at the speed of a melting ice cube. And guess what? They're apparently prepping for a 50 watts G2 protocol. That sounds more like an Avengers initiative than a charging standard. But hey, we'll take it. The only downside, now every no-name Amazon charger will suddenly say iPhone 17 compatible 50 watts fast and spontaneously combust in your cup holder. You've been warned. Here's where the timeline officially broke. The iPhone 17 Air, aka the lighter, cheaper, student loan compatible model, is rumored to get a titanium frame. Meanwhile, the Pro models, allegedly going back to aluminum. That's right. Apple is Benjamin Buttoning its material science decisions like it's opposite day in Cupertino. This is the tech equivalent of giving the intern your corner office and demoting the CEO to a WeWork booth. Makes no sense, but the excuse? Weight. Apparently titanium is heavier, and Apple wants to keep the Pros light enough for one-handed TikTok doom scrolling. But let's be honest, the real reason is probably cost, or Bengate PTSD, or just vibes. At this point, I fully expect the iPhone 18 to be made of 3D printed marshmallows and hope. When all else fails, drop more colors. Apple learned this from Starbucks and Nintendo. There are reportedly 15 color options coming across the iPhone 17 lineup. That's not a palette. That's a cry for help. Sky blue is getting rerouted to the iPhone 17 Air, which is hilarious because it's the one color that actually looked cool on the Pro models. The Air will also come in white, black, light gold, and of course light blue that definitely isn't just silver with trauma. Remember when Apple used to put new chips in every phone? Good times. Originally, it was rumored the iPhone 17 would reuse the A18 chip like it was a Netflix password. Then someone sobered up and said, wait, that's stupid. Now the updated leak says all 17 models are getting the A19 chip. But here's the twist. The iPhone 17 Air gets the A19 Pro chip, but with fewer cores. It's like ordering a Big Mac and getting a Big Mac Jr., then being told it's still the Big Mac, just less big. I'm sure it'll perform fine. Until you open 5 Safari tabs and the phone starts hissing like an old Xbox 360. I wish I was kidding, but this next one sounds like Apple's design team microdosed during a branding meeting. Apparently there's a liquid glass finish coming to the iPhone 17 Pro, a white base, with a shifting color changing effect depending on light and angles. You know, like those holographic Pokemon cards or those cars that scream midlife crisis from 3 blocks away. It's designed to match the new Liquid UI in iOS 26, which means the phone's reflections will vibe with your gestures. Honestly, I don't know whether to be impressed or file a restraining order. This is either the coolest thing ever or a $1,500 oil slick, no in between. Finally, our last leak. Apple is supposedly shrinking the dynamic island and prepping for a single hole punch camera future, which sounds great, except it reminds me we've been stuck with this big dumb pill at the top of our screens for 2 years, and all we got was timer widgets. Now Apple wants to redesign the UI around this again, which means your next iOS update will once again revolutionize how you check the weather while watching YouTube Shorts. Brave. So there you have it. 8 iPhone 17 leaks that are somehow real, definitely ridiculous, and guaranteed to sell more units than Truth or Logic ever will. If you laughed, cringed, or suddenly hate your iPhone 16, welcome to the club. Hit that like button like it owes you rent. Smash subscribe so you don't miss the full review where I unbox the iPhone 17 while emotionally spiraling. And don't forget, the Sotsu FlipAction GO monitor giveaway is live. Most savage, funniest comment below wins. Bonus points if it includes the words copper and cult. Stay unhinged, stay Western, and I'll see you degenerates in the next video. Peace out.